great way of bringing people together. Movies are as well. So combining them together seems to be the perfect recipe for a movie.
Combining
Food and cinema.
aha, yes, it's like a wave of food movies coming. We haven't seen the end of it yet. I hear there are a lot of food movies coming out in America and here in the year to come. But we were pretty early in the new wave, I think.
For you, which is the perfect recipe for making a movie?
Talented actors that can contribute with their own ideas, who can improvise, who isn't too stuck with a theatrical approach to acting, but can improvise and be real. Good script doesn't hurt, but certainly script needs to be abandoned at times for me and the actors to spin off from it and do our own thing. Yeah, something like that. That's a decent script and some fantastic actors and a good cameraman. Good sound is good too. Good light. I don't know.
And did you improvise a lot with the actors?
Yes, we did. We improvised a lot because I wanted the film to feel real and authentic when it comes to performances, despite the fact that we were in a fairy tale as a story, which has its certain restrictions or simplifications. You would rarely find a two-star restaurant and an Indian restaurant across the street in France. So it's slightly stylized as a story, but hopefully, or my ambition at least, was to help create performances that felt real.
And other challenges? What was more challenging? It is like some parts of the movie look like a fairy tale, some part of the story. So it was a challenge to make it feel real.
I think, or to not confuse people then, because we were certainly not out to bring the news. We were not thinking that we were telling the world new ideas on how to, about the importance of holding hands to cross borders and to unite people and cultures. It was just something that is nice to have as a theme in the story, but we were certainly not imagining that we were telling a new story. So it's all to help create optimism and do something uplifting to help us go through the day and go through life with some more optimism, I would say.
And do you think there's a particular push or need for overcoming intolerance in Europe and Western world?
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's a message, the message of tolerance and understanding, and it's certainly an old one, but it's worth repeating today, repeating over and over again, and to do something that has an optimistic view on the prospect of that. I think even if it's a utopia, what's the word? Utopia. It's worth spelling out.
And that's something that you dealt with also in Chocolat, so it's something that, as you say,
yes, it's a very similar theme, isn't it? But those two movies were attractive because they had this theme and they also dealt with people that I liked, and they were both drama comedies, a genre that I like to work in.
And so do you like this kind of French settlement? Because the settlement of the movie, the place where the story takes place.
I like it, but it certainly was a coincidence. The similarity between the stories were all a coincidence.
And Did you feel more comfortable this time with this kind of environment?
I'm actually comfortable telling stories with both the dramatic and the comedic because that's real life to me. And if I tell a drama only and I can't have some fun with the drama, I feel like I'm not being truthful. So it's a truest way of telling a story for me is this genre of drama comedy. This particular one has a lot of fantasy or a fairy tale element that certainly steers it in a slightly different direction. But you know, the people to me are real.
I have to ask you if you have a favorite Indian dish.
Yes, I don't know the name. It's all those spicy vegetable dishes that they can make, and they spent many thousands of years developing them. And I think they're right. They were right from the beginning in not serving up too many meat dishes. I'm a vegan myself, so I love Indian food, basically. It's my favorite, and Japanese food. Now, 3 years ago, when I was eating everything, I could even enjoy Italian food. But it's harder today. Can't even eat fish, so.
So you think that ethnic food is something that it's worth trying and discovering?
Say that again?
Ethnic food or ethnic cuisine?
Oh yes, I mean, I've always been interested in foods from all over the world. It's fascinating how food changes from region to region, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And one last question. There are some scene in the movie that seems like choreographies, even if the actors are not actually dancing, but remind of a choreography. Is there a kind of Bollywood touch that you want to give to the movie?
No, that was not conscious. It was a constant. I was consciously trying to unite shots, not do them as montage and cutty as in Chocolat, where we had more visual montages. And here I wanted to create longer shots, longer takes. And that was a fun challenge for the photographer and for me and for the actors.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you very much.